Time for another gun video today. Today we're going to be shooting my GP100. Let me make a couple of comments before we start. I know that there are some socialists who leave comments on my channel complaining because there is advertising, and they believe that everything should be free, that producers of anything should not make any money. If they make any money, that money should be taken away from them and given to them, the non-productive. And if it cost me money to create a video to share with you guys, I shouldn't be able to get anything back from that. Well, that's not how the real world works, as most of you know. But also just wanted to say, that was to preface this. That is, I'm not making any money at all. I'm not recovering any costs, ammo costs, camera and battery and assorted costs. This is just making gun videos. It costs me money. I mean, I would be loading ammo and that sort of stuff anyway, and shooting, because I enjoy doing it. And I actually do enjoy sharing it with you guys. But it also costs me money because my other videos are, the advertising on my other videos is, what I make from the advertising has substantially dropped to a fraction of what it used to be. And the reason it has is because I have guns in some of my videos. And so there is a well-known organization, an organization that hates Southern culture and hates freedom and hates Christians and hates all sorts of traditional values. And I'm sure most of you already know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to name them, but if you use a search engine, preferably some other search engine other than the one that owns YouTube, because they're involved in this. But if you use a search engine and search under those terms, especially the anti-Southern term, you'll find who it is. And they are an extremist, socialist, totalitarianism group, and they are in bed with YouTube. And if you search for that, you'll find that too. The proof is out there. This is not some conspiracy theory or whatever. It's something that YouTube has actually admitted to a while back, and it was when the anti-gun stuff really ramped up a few months ago on YouTube. They were always pretty anti-gun, but they seriously ramped it up a few months ago, as I'm sure you recall. And anyway, they were found to be employing these terrorists to sit around and watch videos and find anything with any gun-related content. I'm not saying that YouTube told them to do that specifically, but that is what they were doing. Any gun-related content, and flag it, so that it reflects poorly upon the channel, and it also immediately removes monetization. So if there are any advertisements on it, the advertising dollars, what little tiny percentage of it I actually received in the past, I no longer receive. And it dings my channel, so I also receive less from advertising on my other videos that have nothing about guns. My motorcycle videos, for example, and stuff like that. My tractor videos. I had tractor videos that I got over 1 million views on, and made a pretty decent return on. And generator videos too, same there. And I'm not anymore. I'm making 1/10 or less of what I used to make on it. And by the way, I never made a whole lot of money doing this. But just so you guys know, you know, when I post gun videos, it harms my bottom line. And it's, I mean, last month I barely crossed the threshold to even receive any money at all. This month I probably won't. This month I probably won't get anything at all from my videos. So all 500 plus of them all put together won't make enough for them to even send me any money at all. And you know, that's the underhanded way that YouTube deals with gun people. You know, they did overtly come down on gun people here a while back. They've kind of backed off from that, but they're still, you know, not giving us any money for our gun videos and cutting way back on what they're paying us. I say giving, there's no giving about it. I produce the video. You know, I should be able to make a little bit to cover my costs, but they've been cutting back on that even on videos that have no gun content. So anyway, and they're continuing to do that. I'm not even going to monetize this video. I didn't monetize the one from last week because I know that it'll just get flagged. It's just like the video I made a while back where I tested several varieties of snake and rat shot. It got flagged almost immediately. I appealed it, but it's still flagged. There is absolutely, you know, and you could go back and watch it. There's absolutely nothing in it. I don't shoot any animate objects. All I shoot is some tin cans. And, you know, there is absolutely nothing in it that's not suitable for advertisers or not family friendly or whatever. Go watch it. See if you can find anything in it that is not suitable for all audiences. There's nothing, but it's still flagged. So I don't even turn these in anymore for monetization because I know they'll be flagged. No doubt about it. But I'm continuing to do it anyway. I'm not turning it in for monetization. I'm doing this for free. It's costing me to do this, in fact. So that's enough of that rant. Now, on to the gun. So this is my 4-inch stainless fixed sight 357 GP100. When I bought it, it was double action only. It actually had the hammer spur, but when you pull it back, it'd just fall. You know, it wouldn't remain cocked. So it was a police turn-in gun from somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, I got an okay price on it anyway, and I looked around online and found a parts kit, a partial parts kit actually, I guess, because it had the trigger mechanism, hammer, and cylinder. In fact, I think it had the crane too, maybe, but I know it had the cylinder. And I got that kit for, you know, from a gun that had been destroyed or whatever. And I got it for, I don't remember how much, maybe $75 or something like that. Got a pretty good deal on it. So, with those parts, now this is the original cylinder, but with the hammer and trigger parts, I was able to convert it to normal, double and single action. And but the upside of that was that I ended up with a spare cylinder, and it does fit and function in this gun. So that's one of the reasons that I test sometimes ammo that I'm not sure about in this specific gun, and that's true of this ammo. I'm pretty sure that's 160 grain. It's a semi-wide cutter, you know, and I'm pretty sure it's 160 grains or thereabouts. But I didn't load it, and I don't know what the powder charge is. It seems pretty warmish, but that's why I'm shooting it in the GP100, and I have fired some of it. But not knowing exactly what it is, I don't want to take a chance on destroying something else if it turns out to be a super overload. And something like that is less likely, I think, to harm a GP100. In fact, some of the ammo makers use GP100s in their load development for that reason. So that's number one. Is the GP100 is a very strong revolver. And number two, since I do have a spare cylinder, if I crack a cylinder or something like that, which I hope doesn't happen, I don't think it's going to happen. If I did, you know, think it was going to happen, I wouldn't shoot it in anything. But just in case, if something like that were to happen, as long as it doesn't peel back the top strap or something like that, if it just damages the cylinder, I've got another cylinder. So that's my thinking on it. Worst come to worst, I've got, if it were to completely destroy it, well, then I've got a parts kit to use as spare parts for my next GP100. But I don't think that's going to happen at all. And like I said, if I did, I wouldn't shoot it. I know the guy who loaded it, and I trust his loads, but I know he does kind of, or did, load kind of hot sometimes anyway. So with that being said, let's go test it. Wow, that seems like two different loads. Let's shoot some more. Yeah, some of those feel like light 38 specials, and others feel like regular 357 Magnums. Why, yes, I am only loading 5. That's just to get them to come out, get the count to come out right. That is definitely two different loads. One of them is a 38 special target level load, and the other is a actually not very hot 357 Magnum load. But it seems like, I don't know, it might have been a different bullet, but from the same source I had some other ammo, and it seems like it was. These are semi-wad cutters. Seems like the hot ones were a truncated comb bullet, and they were pretty hot. So anyway, I need to shoot all this stuff up.